Have you ever wondered what truly makes a woman miss you? I'm not talking about a simple, "I miss you," but a real, burning desire to see you, to spend time with you, to feel your presence. Making someone miss you isn't by chance. It's the result of calculated actions, of playing with mystery, anticipation, and even distance. This guide isn't a manual of cheap tricks. It's a collection of powerful psychological strategies to ignite that desire to see you. If you're ready to stop being just another guy and start becoming unforgettable, pay close attention to each of these points. Let's get into the video, but first, I've got something new for you. You can now help the channel gain more subscribers just by leaving comments. It can be anything. Opinions, questions, suggestions. The more you comment, the better chance the channel has to grow. So join in. Leave your comments down below, and who knows, maybe you'll win a special prize from me. Join our members club to enjoy exclusive content that will help you elevate your skills and relationships in a unique way. As a member, you'll get access to private videos, advanced tips, and even the chance to interact directly with us. Don't miss out. Become a member today and take your experience to the next level. Number 1, how to use mystery to spark her desire to see you. You don't need to tell her every detail of your day or every thought that crosses your mind. Mystery is a powerful tool that, when used right, piques her interest and curiosity. Why do you think the most intriguing characters in stories are the ones who keep something hidden? It's not about being evasive or uninterested, but about not giving everything away at once. Keep certain things to yourself, let her want to know more, let her wonder what's on your mind when you're not around. Over time, she'll find herself drawn to discovering more and more about you, and she'll start missing you whenever you're not with her. Number 2, the limited contact technique. Why less is sometimes more. A common mistake many men make is thinking they need to be around all the time for someone to miss them. Wrong. The key lies in limited contact. Ever heard the saying, "Absence makes the heart grow fonder"? Well, it's true. If you're always available, you lose that special touch that makes her realize how important you are in her life. Learn to control your impulses, don't respond to her messages immediately, and let her be the one to reach out sometimes. By reducing the frequency of your interactions, you create space for her to start missing you. Less in this case is much more. Number 3, how to create memorable moments she won't forget. It's not just about spending time together, but making those moments unforgettable. It could be something as simple as an inside joke, a unique experience, or even a special place you both enjoy. Memories have a peculiar way of sticking to the experiences that made us feel something deeply. Be creative, find ways to create moments she hasn't experienced with anyone else, moments that, when she thinks of them, she'll think of you. These memories will become an emotional anchor, a connection that will make her miss you whenever she's alone or bored. Number 4, the power of anticipation. How to make her eager to see you again. Anticipation is like the spark that keeps the flame of desire alive. Want her to miss you? Give her something to look forward to. Don't be the guy who's always available, who never lets the thrill of expectation build. Plan something for the weekend, but don't reveal all the details. Let her know you have something special prepared, but keep her waiting a bit. Anticipation creates that feeling of longing, of wanting time to fly by just to see you again. When you make her eagerly await seeing you, you've created a deep and lasting emotional connection. Number 5, how to leave subtle hints that make her think of you when you're not around. Leaving subtle hints is a skill that takes finesse, but when done right, it's incredibly effective. Could be a cologne you wear, a song that plays when you're together, or even a specific phrase you always say. These small signals will stay in her mind and make her think of you when she least expects it. It's as if you're leaving a piece of yourself with her, something that stays present in her life even when you're not around. So, like it or not, those small reminders will have her mind drifting back to you again and again. Number 6, the importance of being unpredictable to keep her interest. Predictability kills interest. When you always act the same way, she loses the excitement and starts assuming she knows everything about you. To keep her interested, you have to be unpredictable. This doesn't mean being erratic. It means surprising her from time to time. Be the guy who can be spontaneous, who changes plans at the last minute, or who has fresh ideas for every outing. Surprise creates excitement, and excitement makes her think of you when you're not around. Being unpredictable keeps her interest and keeps her wondering what's coming next. Number 7, how to use distance to strengthen the emotional connection. Well-managed distance can be a powerful weapon to deepen an emotional connection. This doesn't mean disappearing completely, but giving her space. Why? Because when you give her space, she starts to notice your absence, to miss your company, your words, even your jokes. If you're always there, she doesn't have time to realize what she's missing when you're gone. Let her miss you. Let her feel that little bit of nostalgia that makes every reunion special and exciting. Distance can be your best ally if you know how to use it wisely. Number 8, mistakes to avoid if you want her to really miss you. There are common mistakes you need to avoid at all costs if you truly want her to miss you. Don't be needy, don't get anxious if she doesn't respond immediately, and avoid exaggerated displays of affection without context. These mistakes don't just kill attraction. They make you look like someone desperate for attention. Instead, be firm, confident, and secure in yourself. You don't need her to miss you to validate your worth as a man. When you show you have your own life and value, she'll naturally feel the desire to seek your company. Number 9, how to keep the spark alive without always being around. Keeping the spark alive without being around is an art, and you can achieve it by giving her constant reasons to think of you. Do things that remind her of how special you are. It could be an unexpected message in the middle of the week, a quick call just to hear her voice, or simply leaving her a message before an important day. You don't need to be physically present for her to feel close to you. Sometimes, a simple gesture is enough to remind her of how much you mean to her. By making these small efforts, you keep the spark alive without always needing to be there. Number 10. The key to leaving her wanting more every time you're together. Always leave her wanting more. Don't drain every conversation. Don't stretch out every encounter until there's nothing left to say. The best way to make her miss you is to end each moment together at its peak, just when you're both having the most fun. This will make her always want to see you again, to look forward to the next meeting. Every time you part, she'll think about what more you could have shared. And that, my friend, is what will truly make her miss you deeply. Let's continue with the video, but before we go further, if you've made it this far, show me you're still here by commenting 100% below, or something like that to let me know you're learning from this video so far. For more fascinating topics, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and share it afterward. How to create nostalgia and desire in her, 8 tricks that work. Do you want to leave a lasting mark on her memory that sparks an uncontrollable desire every time she thinks of you? Nostalgia isn't just about remembering the past. It's about making her relive those moments with you, feeling those emotions as if they were happening right now. This isn't for the faint of heart. Creating nostalgia and desire in a woman takes skill, authenticity, and knowing how to use every detail to your advantage. If you're ready to learn how to make her remember you and desire you every time she thinks about those special moments, keep reading. These psychological tricks aren't easy, but the results are worth every effort. Number 1, how to use shared memories to spark nostalgia. Shared memories are like a treasure chest in someone's mind. Every time you bring up a moment you both experienced, you're rekindling that connection. Talk about a special occasion, a trip, an unexpected laugh, anything that was meaningful to both of you. But be careful. It's not just about mentioning the memory, it's about making it come alive. Ask, remember when? And let her mind travel back to that moment. By doing this, you're creating an invisible bond that makes her feel that closeness again. Each shared memory is a spark that can ignite the fire of nostalgia. Number 2, the art of evoking positive emotions through small details. You don't need grand gestures to make her think of you with nostalgia. Sometimes, the smallest details have the greatest impact. A phrase, a smile, a special nickname, or even a word you used to say. If you can get her to associate these little things with you, they'll stay in her mind even when you're not around. Think about how you can weave these details into her memories. Make her laugh, make her feel comfortable, remind her of something silly you did together. These seemingly insignificant details will stay engraved in her memory, stirring up positive emotions every time she experiences them. Number 3, how to remind her of special moments in a subtle, effective way. Nostalgia works best when it's evoked subtly. Don't directly tell her you're thinking about her or about those moments. Do it in a subtle way. You could send her a picture of something you both enjoyed or make a comment that only she would understand. A good technique is to bring up those moments in a casual way. Say something like, "I passed by a place today that reminded me of," and let her mind fill in the rest. This kind of indirect comment activates her memories without forcing her to relive them. And soon, before she even realizes it, she'll be remembering those moments with you. Number 4, the technique of mentioning future plans to keep her thinking about you. Future plans create anticipation and can also strengthen nostalgia, because every time she thinks about what you'll do together, she'll also remember the good times from the past. Suggest something without being too specific, like someday we should go on another trip like that one, or we have to try that restaurant we talked about. By mentioning future plans, you're planting an idea in her mind, something that will keep her thinking about you. This technique generates a kind of anticipatory nostalgia, where she starts to imagine what it will be like to be with you again, making her desire those moments intensely. Number 5. How music and scents can trigger intense memories. Music and scents have a unique power to instantly activate memories. If you ever had a special song or shared a moment while a specific song was playing, use it. Send her a message saying, "I heard our song today," or, if you know she's nearby, play that song in the background. The same goes for scents. If you wear a specific cologne every time you're together, every time she smells it, no matter where she is, she'll think of you. Music and scents are like keys that unlock deep emotions and create a bond that goes beyond distance. Number 6. Strategies to be the person she always wants to remember. Want to be unforgettable? Then you need to leave an authentic mark in her life. This means not only doing memorable things but also being a man who inspires her, makes her laugh, gives her moments of peace and excitement. If you can be all of that, she'll want to remember you. It's not about being perfect. It's about being genuine and making her feel special in a way that no one else can. When you achieve this, it won't matter how much time passes or how many people she meets. She'll always remember you because you became part of her story, someone worth remembering. Number 7. How to create unique moments she can't experience with anyone else. For her to remember you, you need to create unique moments, experiences she can't have with anyone else. This doesn't mean doing extravagant things, but doing them in a way that has your personal touch. It could be a joke that only you know how to tell, a special place where you take her, or a unique way of talking to her that no one else has. These unique moments are like imprints you leave in her memory, and every time she thinks of them, she'll think of you. The key is that even if she experiences something similar with someone else, it won't be the same because you made it one of a kind. Number 8. The power of unexpected messages to rekindle desire. An unexpected message at the right moment can work wonders. You don't need to send her messages all the time, but a spontaneous message, where you simply say something like, "I thought of you today," or "I saw something that reminded me of you," has a huge impact. These kinds of messages will make her feel special, and her mind will automatically drift back to those moments you shared. The unexpected creates surprise, and surprise creates excitement. If you can make her smile when she gets a message from you, you'll have rekindled that desire to see you and, no doubt, to remember everything you've experienced together. Number 9. How to use social media to create an air of mystery and nostalgia. Social media can be a powerful tool if you use it wisely. Don't post everything you're doing. Choose your photos and comments carefully. Share something that reminds her of a moment you shared, but without tagging or mentioning her directly. This generates an air of mystery and nostalgia. You can also share a song or an image that has meaning for both of you. She'll see it, and even if she doesn't interact publicly, in her mind, she'll be thinking of you. Creating mystery on social media is about leaving subtle hints for her mind to piece together, making her think about those special moments without you saying it outright. Number 10. Small gestures that stay engraved in her memory. Small gestures are often the ones that stick most deeply in memory. Maybe you brought her her favorite drink without her asking, or you sent her an encouraging message before an important day. These details, though they may seem small, have a profound impact. They show that you care, that you're there even when you're not physically present. These thoughtful acts will make her remember you and wish to have someone like you in her life. Grand gestures impress, but it's the small ones that stay engraved forever. Let's continue with the video, but before we do, if you've made it this far, my friend, comment below with the word 100% or something like that to let me know you've learned from this video so far. For more interesting topics, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and share it after. Psychological tricks to make her think about you day and night. Would you like to occupy her thoughts, to make her think of you all day and miss you at night? This isn't about manipulation. It's about understanding human behavior and creating an emotional connection so strong that she simply can't stop thinking about you. Today, we're diving into psychological techniques that will help you spark her interest, leave a lasting impression, and keep her mind occupied with thoughts of you without her even realizing how you did it. Are you ready to learn how to be unforgettable? Stick with me because this is only for those who are ready to take things to the next level. Number 1. How to create intrigue and curiosity that keep her mind focused on you. Curiosity is a powerful force, and when it comes to relationships, it's the spark that keeps the fire alive. For her to think about you constantly, you need to be intriguing. This doesn't mean lying or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about revealing parts of yourself gradually. How much do you tell her when you talk? Do you give her all the details or leave something to her imagination? Next time you're in a conversation, hold back a bit. Answer with a touch of mystery and let her want to know more. Intrigue is the first step to keep her mind coming back to you. Number 2, the indirect flirting technique. How to leave her wanting more. Indirect flirting is like a dance, where you hint at things without saying them outright. A playful comment, a well-timed look, or a compliment disguised as a joke. All of these create tension and excitement without crossing the line into being obvious. The key here is to make her feel there's something special, something different about you, but that she can't fully decipher. Why does this work? Because the human mind hates loose ends. Drop subtle hints of your interest, but never be completely direct. This will have her mind returning to those moments over and over, trying to figure out what you really feel. Number 3, how to be the last to send a message and the first in her thoughts. One of the most common mistakes is always trying to be the first to send a message or to reply right away. This makes you seem too available. To get her thinking about you, switch things up. Let her reach out first now and then, or be the last to send a message before going to bed. Leave that final message hanging, letting her reflect on what you said. This small trick makes you the last thought in her mind before she goes to sleep and, often, the first one when she wakes up. Number 4, the key to giving compliments that feel authentic and unique. A well-placed compliment can stay in someone's mind for days, even years. But for it to work, it has to be genuine and specific. Don't just say something generic like, "You're pretty." Instead, tell her something unique, something that shows you really pay attention. "Your smile has this way of making me feel at home," or "The way you laugh is contagious. I can't stop thinking about it." A compliment that goes deep, something she's never heard from anyone else, becomes special and will make her remember you every time she looks in the mirror. Number 5, how to surprise her with small details that make her think of you. Big surprises are effective, but it's the small details that truly leave a mark. Surprise her with something that shows you're paying attention. Does she like a particular drink? Bring one the next time you see her. Did she mention a book she wants to read? Send her a picture of that book in a bookstore with a message like, "Saw this and thought of you." These gestures, though they may seem small, are what genuinely show your interest and thoughtfulness. And trust me, she'll think of you every time she sees those small details in her life. Number 6, the disappearing technique. How to make her feel your absence in a positive way. The disappearing technique is risky, but when done right, it's incredibly effective. You don't have to be available all the time. Let her feel your absence. Take a day or two for yourself to focus on your own things without constant contact. This doesn't mean ignoring her, but giving her space to realize how she feels when you're not there. Your absence will create a void that only you can fill, and every time she realizes she misses you, you'll be holding a special place in her mind. Number 7, how to keep conversations interesting so they echo in her mind. If you want her to think about you, you have to give her something to think about. Superficial conversations aren't enough. Go deeper, talk about topics that make her reflect. Ask her things no one else has asked, topics that surprise her, that take her out of her comfort zone. You can talk about her dreams, her fears, or a unique experience you've had. When you have conversations that she doesn't usually have with anyone else, every time she thinks about those topics, she'll think of you and how you manage to reach a part of her mind she doesn't usually show. Number 8, strategies to make every encounter unique and unforgettable. Routine is the enemy of attraction. If you always do the same thing, there's nothing memorable to remember. Each time you meet, do something different. It doesn't have to be extravagant. Just something that makes her feel that life with you is always interesting. Could be taking her to a new place, sharing an activity she's never tried, or simply changing the way you greet her. If every encounter is a surprise, every time she thinks of you, she'll be looking forward to the next moment together. Number 9, how to know when to give her space to miss you. Closeness is important, but so is space. Knowing when to stop texting, when to step back a little, and when to give her time to miss you is essential. If you're always there, she won't have a chance to appreciate your presence. Learn to read the signals, to notice when it's the right moment to take a step back and let her take the next step. If you manage this, not only will she miss you, but she'll also start valuing those moments when you're together. Number 10, the power of unspoken words. How to use silence to build desire. Sometimes what isn't said is as powerful as what is said. Awkward silences can break the moment, but strategic silences increase tension and desire. Learn to use silence at the right moments, to pause before responding, or to smile instead of speaking. This space of silence will give her the chance to think about what's happening between the two of you, and her mind will fill those gaps with imagination and desire. Well-used silence is a powerful tool to keep her mind on you. Ready to become the man she thinks about day and night? These psychological tricks aren't for everyone, but if you're willing to try them, the results can surprise you. Remember, this isn't about manipulating or playing with anyone's feelings. It's about building a genuine connection that makes her truly want to have you in her life. If you like this content, leave us a comment. Share your experience, tell us which of these techniques worked for you, and which ones were a challenge. Use these tips and become the man she can't get out of her mind.